Hi, we're Harriet and Mauro, and for the last 3 years we've been renovating our little stone cottage, growing our own food and accumulating animals here in the hills of eastern Spain. The last few months we've made a massive push with our kitchen renovation, bringing our totally hand-built and only slightly bodged project on a long way. We finished all the cabinets and countertops, which was a huge milestone, and also finally completed our walk-in pantry, which left just one major thing to do in our kitchen, something I'd been excited about since the very beginning of this project. Can you guess what it is? You'll find out soon enough, but before we could do that, we had to do something else, which was also pretty exciting. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You've got this. Santi. Switch. Plug. Switch. Is it weird to put all the switches for the room in a line in the same place? Is that just going to make the wiring really complicated? Okay, well, we'll have one there at least. One, two, go. Yeah. 3 plugs there. Got 2 plugs left. Should we put them in the pantry? I'm really excited because we are finally fixing the lighting situation in the kitchen and the pantry. Not only are we fixing the lighting and getting rid of this one individual little bulb in the kitchen, which is really not enough to cook with, but by moving the position of the lighting, the switch and the one single plug socket that we have over here, means that we will have this wall free behind me for the installation of something really exciting. I'm going to be using these nice antique light switches, which we have used before in different areas of the house. And we do also have, where did I put them? Antique style plug sockets as well. Now these look great, but when we installed them, actually a lot of them just didn't really work that well. Like the plug would kind of pop out, and I think it's just the way that we've installed them because we were a bit haphazard with them and they were a little bit loose, mostly against the wall. We didn't manage to get them very well secured. That's because of the screws that these plugs came with. They were very thin and they didn't really stick in our wall very well. We need much bigger screws and bigger holes in the wall, basically, because the wall is old and rocky. Obviously we can't have plugs like hanging off the wall like this when we've got a baby. They need to be well fixed and protected. And I did do an experiment a while back in the upstairs room. I used a little wooden mount against the wall, which I fixed really firmly into the wall with big long screws and roll plugs, really well fixed. And then I screwed in the plug piece onto that, and it has worked really well. Everything is much more solid thanks to that little experiment. It did take a little while. It was quite fiddly because you've got to get the wires like coming in the back, and this plug was actually on a line of cabling that then went on to a second plug, so I had to have like the wires coming in and then out again, which meant like a lot of wire coming into the back of the plug, so it's quite fiddly to get all of that in place. It literally took me about an entire day to install this one plug, so I would like to use the same technique again to get the other plugs and switches well secured onto the walls, but I don't want it to take a whole day, so hopefully I can work a little bit harder and faster this time. I did also do this for aesthetic reasons, to be honest. I think it looks really nice. You can't really see this plug socket down here because it's hidden behind a chair and a table, but I think if I do this in other places, it will look really good. So yeah, that is the plan. I'm going to go now, just cut a few little, well, count up how many bits I need and then cut a few little squares so that we're ready, stain them. And then, yeah, hopefully we can get it all installed tomorrow with the help of our electrician friend, Drew, who's coming to lend us a hand. He's here.
Yeah. I don't know. The thing is, like, I don't think there's a place on top of this that can do it, right?
Yeah, but you're not going to be directly under the counter, so maybe if it's directly over the counter, that's okay.
But you can't drill on top of this bricks, right? It has to be here.
Yeah.
So hang on, what would we do with the wood?
Just use it so that you can drill it and center it.
So put like wood between two
beams.
Okay.
And then you drill the lamp to
the wire just hangs down a hole in the wood or something.
Yeah.
Today we are getting our electrics all moved around, which is super exciting. We're just figuring out exactly where everything's going to go, the final details. When did I buy this lampshade, Mal? Like literally about 2 years ago,
Yeah.
and it's been like cluttering up space since then.
Yeah.
Cannot wait to get it on the ceiling. Do you want me to cut some of this wood with the thing across there?
Yeah, can do.
Such a mess. I'm climbing over building material, baby things, food. Ooh, 879 centimeters. Doing nothing. Our first new plug sockets are in. I believe in you. You excited about the kitchen improvements?
Yeah, I'm most excited about having a light switch right next to where you enter.
That's gonna make a big
that
difference.
you don't have to like blindly go and find it in the middle of the room. That's gonna be nice. And also having a light on top of like the working surface, because lately it's been quite dark. What are you most excited about?
Obviously the oven.
Oh yeah, of course.
Oh, so many aubergines.
Pasta bake, fish fingers.
Hey!
And who will love fish fingers, like the ones shaped like dinosaurs.
Before we continue in the kitchen, I just wanted to take a moment to tell you about my favourite online language school, Lingoda. I've been using Lingoda for a long time to improve my Spanish. You've probably heard me mention them before. I have always loved that Lingoda offers small class sizes, led by real professional teachers, meaning you really get that one-on-one attention to boost your confidence and help you with any stumbling blocks. Physiotherapeuta. You have 3 different paths open to you depending on how much time you have available and how accelerated you want your language learning to be. I've taken sprint challenges several times in the past and really had a lot of fun and found that my speaking confidence has grown massively in a really short amount of time. But let's be honest, these days the flex option is a little more realistic for me, so I'm really enjoying that at the moment. It's so easy to book a class. I can always find something interesting at a time that suits me. Whenever I have an hour here and there, I like to book something in just to keep on track, keep improving, and to give my brain a little bit of exercise now and then. Lingoda are currently offering a €20 discount, so if you are interested in signing up and taking some classes with them, definitely check them out via the link in my description. Especially as was my case when I started, you feel like you need a little bit of help getting over that initial fear of speaking and having real life conversations. This is the kind of class that you need to help you with that, so I massively recommend them if that's you. Mira los globos! Mira Santi! So yeah, please do check out the link in my description to sign up with the €20 discount and let me know how you find your first class. I really hope you enjoy it. Let's get back to the kitchen. Yeah. And they're not too dirty either, which is always nice. The box has disintegrated, so I'll just carry them. I really want to use all of these up. I don't want to have materials lying around, so I'm going to take them all, see if we can place them all. Look, I just lift it up and they all start falling off. This is because they've all lost their stickiness from being left outside. I'm such an idiot. I don't know if I can use these at all. Maybe from underneath, from the pack that was a bit more protected. Okay, let's try these ones. Whew, okay, these are doing a bit better. So this is the unopened box. So hopefully I should have 12 here, which are okay and I can use. Which is more than enough space for this area here behind the oven, which is the area that I'm trying to tile. It'll be fine. Oh, please don't be wet. Please don't be wet. Okay, I think I have to go and see to Santi, so Mauro will take over from me. Okay, I think I'm going to do a final row up here because just the more backsplash we've got going higher up behind the oven, the easier it'll be to clean from any grease and stuff that gets stuck to the wall. However, I need to take this pipe out. This is the gas pipe for the old 3-ring hob burner, and I need to drill the new hole, which is going to go up here, and that should leave a space for one more row of tiles along here. And if I have any tiles left at the end, I will tile just a little bit of the edge of this area here, maybe just down along there, because as you can see it gets quite dirty and it's not the easiest thing to clean. So if I can tile it, that will just make things a bit easier to wipe down. "13, 15, that way. Right, left, left, right, left on the other side." Ooh, first time using our new plugs. Thought this would be a really quick job, just drilling the hole in the wall for the new gas pipe. Nothing's a quick job, obviously. I've got the drill attachment stuck in the wall. I don't know how I did that. I also forgot how these walls are built. I thought it was just one brick thick, but it's not. It's like 2 rows of bricks with a big gap in the middle. So I have to go back and forth between each side, trying to drill through each side of the bricks and match up in the middle. A lot more work than I had anticipated. And I cannot get this stupid drill bit out of the wall, which is going to be a problem. I can't get it. Okay, I just can't do this today. I've showered and I have at least managed to tidy up in here, so we'll come back to this tomorrow and see if I can continue. I reckon I've got about 2 hours to put this together, so let's hope it's not too complicated. I like that this piece already has screws in. That just seems like a good sign. Unpacking, 8 minutes. First instruction, another 7 minutes. all been fine so far, and now this. Ah! Slightly a little too loud for 10:15 at night with Santi sleeping. I don't know if I'm doing this right anyway. Okay, I'm going to leave it there and come back to it tomorrow. Final piece! Ta-da! Aha! Final thing to do is the little straps to secure it to the wall. Very important with Santi running around. We need to do that to the rest of our furniture as well. But I do need to paint this wall first before we put this in position, so I will leave it for now. Now that's done, I need to go and try and retrieve. Hello, you're going to adjust to the light or what? There we go. So, anyway, now that's done, I need to go and try and retrieve my drill bit from the wall. Woohoo! There we go. Okay, I'm glad I've got that because I was really afraid of like knocking it and it dropping down the gap between the two rows of bricks. And then that would have been a real pain to retrieve. I probably would have had to like somehow break through the bottom row. It would have been a nightmare. But we've got it, so that's good. Good afternoon, it's another day and I've had a change of heart with the backsplash. I'm going to finish it today, but I'm going in a different direction. I think having put the cabinet here, I realised that the oven's going to go like here, and there's going to be probably some other piece of furniture in the middle. And if the backsplash finishes like in the middle of that piece of furniture, whatever it is, drawers or something, I guess, it's going to look a bit weird. So we're going to tile up until the edge, the end of where the cabinet is going to be. Okay, I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I can probably make 6 from this damaged one. 6 more tiles, basically, which I would love to use. There's not enough to go all the way along here on another row, but I think I can do, this is like 1, 1.5, so 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of looks like it might rain again. Everything is super green at the moment because we've had quite a bit of rain. And here I am working in the dark like an idiot because I keep forgetting we've actually got light now, literally. Cannot get my head around it. Look. Light. I have to say, washing up after a job has got a lot more enjoyable. Now I've got my high pressure outdoors tap. So here it is, the oven, and today we're going to install it. I did talk a while ago about wanting to get a wood burning oven in the kitchen, a big like Aga type thing. That was our plan at the beginning. Sorry, that loud noise is Una drinking. And as you can see, we have water again in the canal, which is not what we were expecting or really wanting, because we have actually emptied the deposit and we wanted to start working on it, but a little bit of water is just starting to drip back into it. Anyway, that's another subject. As I was saying, we did say that we were going to get like a wood burning oven in the kitchen. I really wanted that, but thinking about it just a little bit more, the practicality of having a gas oven, I think with a baby and being quite tight on time for everything that we are trying to do, I think is a lot more practical than trying to light a fire. To do even something as simple as like cook toast or boil a kettle. And this kitchen, although it is the kitchen of my dreams for this house, is not like our final eventual dream kitchen. When we do the ruin, that will of course have its own kitchen, and I think that's the point, to really think about how we want to design everything and heat the house and cook simultaneously with wood. So we're going to save that idea for then, and for now we're just going to have a gas oven, but I'm equally as excited about it. It's going to make such a huge difference being able to cook on an oven. So let's go get it installed. Look, Santi!
Careful. I hope it works.
Look, Santi! Oh, it looks fancy. What do you think the plug is for?
Well, I guess for the clickers, but... Oh yeah, look.
Oh, okay.
Ah, it must have light for the oven.
Ah, yeah, of course.
So we can plug it in then.
Maybe like a clock or something. I will be replacing this this pipe completely, because firstly we do need a longer piece, slightly longer. And also I'm not happy about these little bits that have been left out in the sun. We have protected most of it, but not all of it, as you can see. And this kind of rubber material could go brittle and get damaged in the sun if it's left out and exposed. Ideally, this whole gas bottle would be under a little house that we would build for it with a little roof, just to keep it out of the elements. But at the minimum, this should have been fully covered. Same with this part here, so we will be replacing the whole pipe. I think we're actually through to the other side. I can't believe it. I thought this was going to take ages. Yay! There it is. That was way easier than I expected. Yeah, I need this and this. I don't know what you call this metal cuff thing in English, but I don't like the look of it. I feel like it's a little bit deformed, so I've just gone to get a new one, so I'm going to try that instead. Obviously the tape is a temporary thing. What I'm actually going to do is get more of the copper pipe like you saw before, and have a copper pipe coming along horizontally and then coming down here along the side. And I'm going to make the most of this situation by having this horizontal pipe like for hanging cast iron pans. So I'm going to fix it really well to the wall, make sure it's really stable and solid, and then we can hang some pans here and easy reach for the oven. So I think that's what I'm going to do here. Now all I need to do is turn the gas on and use a little bit of soap on these joints to make sure that they are all safe. And that, in theory, is the oven installed. Oh, there we go. Yay! Do you want to try the oven? Ooh. Wow, this is a special moment.
Good job.
Santi, your birthday cake is on its way! It is grouting day. You know, we get very excited when it's time to grout tiles. I always love this part of the process. Just looking around at where to start. We've got a lot of backsplash that we need to do. And I think I'm going to start with this nice, simple little stretch here, just to ease me into the job. It's so bright outside at the moment. Every time you come in doors from the outside, well, the camera's having the same issue that I am, like your eyes just don't see anything for like 30 seconds. You're just in the pitch black until they adjust. There we go. Let's move you. Enormous courgette, not ours. Ours are not this big yet. Just put you in there for now. Just given it an initial wipe down, and this is how it's looking. And I think now we will move on to the area behind the sink. Mauro is making his famous tortilla on our new oven. Look at this. Chose the wrong pan for a tortilla.
Yeah, I got stuck when we were flipping.
Yeah.
It didn't survive. We rescued it.
It's scrambled now. And now the final boss. I don't know if you can see how much I'm sweating. I'm dripping in sweat. Nearly done though, just a little bit left up there. And then a lot more cleaning. So Mauro's just come to help out with the cleaning, and he has informed me that there's actually a much better technique than I was using. It involves using 2 buckets, one with clean water and one with dirty water.
Genius.
And he's going about 10 times faster than me. Okay, we're done. Everything is cleaned, and this is the kitchen at the moment. I think it's looking really good. There's still a few things left to do. Everything's still a bit grouty, so we definitely need to keep wiping down this backsplash and these surfaces. But yeah, I'm really happy with how everything is looking. Still got to fix this light onto the ceiling. Still got to order the copper pipe to hide the orange gas pipe. There's still a nice long list of things to do, so we're not going to be stuck for work in here while it's really hot outside and we want to be working on indoor projects, so plenty still to do. And our oven has been installed just in time for Santi's birthday in a few days, so that was the main goal of getting this oven installed, because I want to bake cakes. Thanks again to everyone who watches these videos, and we'll see you soon.